Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and I just want to talk about Bitget a little bit. So the other day I was showing you how to do a few Coin M futures trades, and in the process I set up an XRP long, a DOT long, and a Bitcoin long. And then shortly after I'd done that, Bitcoin shat the bed completely, and the market went down by billions of dollars, and all my trades were sort of like very negative looking. So what I did, I kind of messed around with like sort of changing the margin a little bit, and sometimes with the smaller ones, adding in a bit more lower prices to bring the average entry down a little bit, so I had more chance of getting out of the trades. And that made me think, how many trades should you have open at once? I think ideally 0. But obviously, when you're trading, 1. And I think that is it. I think you should really just concentrate on one trade at a time. Otherwise, it just messes with your brain. It really does. I know people like that Martini guy has about, 25 trades open at once. But I don't know. I suppose it's all right if you've got loads of money and, you can afford to see a few go negative and a few go positive and then let them average out overall. But I personally can't do that. I don't know. I've just decided that 3 is way too much. I managed to get out of the DOT one. The DOT one wasn't very big, and I only got out with like a 0.262 DOT gain. So it was pretty much a useless exercise. Because this is a Coin M futures, this means I'm actually holding the DOT anyway. So if I see another opportunity in the future, I will go for it. But otherwise, it can just sit there in the account because if it goes up in value, I've still got DOT, haven't I? And in fact, that was quite a good thing to do because this is where I sold and the price has come down since. So that's good. Okay, the other 2 are still negative. Hopefully I can get out of the situation while I'm making this video. I'll show you that if it does happen. What I did want to show you though is when you do a deposit in Bitget, I noticed something odd happens. It's not odd, but it's something I didn't expect. So for example, if you go to your assets, okay, and then you go to your spot wallet, this is where you can move money from or to, and also if you're depositing crypto, this is where you do it. Now, what happened this morning was I did a quote for a job just to do with my normal job, and the guy wanted to pay me in Bitcoin, which I thought was brilliant. And I gave him quite a big discount because he was paying in Bitcoin because, A, I wanted Bitcoin, and B, I just want to encourage people to pay me in Bitcoin, so that's good. So I asked for 0.04 Bitcoin for the work I'm going to do. And when I looked in the spot, I looked down here and I thought, I've only got like $19 worth, so he hasn't paid me. So I did wonder where it had gone. Now what I realised is when I looked for the address, so I've gone Bitcoin network, and then this is the address that I gave to my client. Okay. Now the important thing here is it says transfer to Coin M account. Now you can change that to spot account or funding account. Okay. Now I had it on Coin M account. And in fact, when I went over to the Coin M account here, and it said here, available 0.04. So I thought, well, he did pay me, but that's the only way I can see it. And I realised what actually happened, if we go back to spot, and if I click this to expand the transactions, you can see what happens here is there was a deposit at 1425.01 of 0.04 Bitcoin, and then 2 seconds later at 1425.03, there was a transfer of 0.04 Bitcoin. So what it actually does, it transfers it into your spot account and then immediately moves it to the Coin M futures account. So just be aware of that if you're sending money to anywhere other than your spot account, because you might see it do that. But I thought that was worth mentioning. Anyway, I just noticed my Bitcoin trade is probably okay now because I've just seen the Bitcoin price go up a little bit. Let's have a look at it. So this is in Coin M futures, and it's this one here. Now I hadn't arranged it to close out the position completely, just take most of it off the table actually. Yeah, so that's cool. So I've got $190 realised profit and $207 in profit now. So that's in a much better situation, isn't it? And I'll just let this little bit ride for a while. Okay, so with the XRP one, I'd actually set a close at 0.7. So I think I'll leave that as it is now. In fact, that's only taking half off, isn't it? Because the position is 6391 and that close long is 3196. Okay, I'd almost forgotten what I'd been doing, to be honest. But either way, I'm really pleased about this because at one point this was like $4,000 down, so it's really nice to see it up again. So what I think I'll do, I'll set a stop loss at break even now, because even if it comes down and hits it, I'll have still made $200, won't I? So literally just there, 36980. So there you go. So 36980. Okay, so that'll make a little profit there. I might make it a little bit more. Yeah, just so it's 2%. Okay. So you can see it there. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame about the XRP one, but never mind. It might catch up in a moment. And just as I was recording that, the price of Bitcoin came down, so actually did hit my stop loss. So let's just have a look if I made anything on that. I probably made a slight loss, to be honest, but honestly I don't care. I know it's minute at 0.00, it's about $10 or something. Okay, but it does mean I've got out of that crappy long trade, and it was quite large as well. So my assets are probably looking quite nice now, especially with the with being paid for that job earlier on. Okay, so my futures account I've now got $15,772. That's really good. That's a nice sum of money to play with. That means, you know, you don't have to do too high leverage and stuff and risk too much, because you know, you've got enough money to play with. I think what you could drift along on and just live on is if you had something like 30 or 40 grand in your futures account and you just did like small trades, you know, like 2 or 3 times a week. I think if you did that, you could make a nice living. That's what I might try and do with this, actually. I might try and get it up to that kind of level. And then if I make anything beyond that, I might take that out and hodl it. That might be a good idea. But yeah, it's all good fun. Anyway, so if you want to do this sort of thing, you can get your own Bitget account with the $30,000 trading bonus by going to savewith.crypto.org/Bitget. If you found this video useful, please give it a like. And while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got the notifications set on all. Leave a nice comment. And above all, tell your friends.